In cities everywhere, the ATM looks ordinary. But behind that screen sits a hidden toll booth, collecting fees from people who need cash right now. The first charge is never the only charge. A customer sees one fee, then their own bank adds another, multiplying the toll through a simple system. What looks like convenience is often a carefully designed revenue engine. The hidden ledgers show a business model built on friction, not service. When bank branches vanish, cash users do not disappear. They get pushed toward independent ATMs, where access becomes a private tax on necessity. The machines are often owned by non-bank operators, not your bank. These firms place ATMs wherever desperate foot traffic guarantees repeat transactions. Each withdrawal can trigger several revenue streams. The fee stack includes surcharges, interchange, and network payments, turning one cash tap into layered profit. The economics are brutal. Once installed, an ATM can generate steady cash flow with low labor, low inventory, and astonishingly high margins. A machine may earn thousands monthly while cost lines stay thin. After rent, cash handling, and servicing, the remaining margin can still be remarkably rich. Stores accept these machines because the operator pays rent or revenue share. The arrangement helps merchants, but it also normalizes the toll. The real power sits in the network. Card rails, processors, and sponsor banks control access, and that institutional design favors fee collection over competition. Regulation is supposed to protect consumers. Instead, fragmented oversight often creates loopholes, letting fee operators hide inside a maze of licensing and ownership. That maze is not accidental. It is the result of regulatory capture, where industry influence shapes rules that protect the fee stream. When reform threatens profits, lobbying begins. The language changes, but the objective stays the same: preserve the hidden toll booth and its margins. For many people, the choice is fake. Walk miles to avoid the fee, or pay immediately because the need for cash cannot wait. That urgency makes cash access regressive. The poor, the unbanked, and the underbanked pay proportionally more for the same basic transaction. The burden is not distributed evenly. It hits retirees, shift workers, migrants, and cash-dependent households, people least able to absorb another charge. Operators study location data like hunters. They place machines where withdrawals are frequent, because every extra transaction strengthens the hidden economics. Nightlife districts, transit hubs, and cash-heavy neighborhoods become perfect extraction zones. The machine is not serving demand, it is monetizing constraint. Bank consolidation helped create this market. As branches closed, independent providers rushed in, filling the gap with expensive convenience and fewer safeguards. Card adoption was supposed to make money easier. Instead, it built a dependence on access points that could charge rent at the moment of need. The hidden math is simple. Small physical machines, cheap software, and predictable demand create a business with unusually stable cash generation. Investors like that stability. They buy into a model where each swipe produces recurring revenue, supported by institutional design and weak price discipline. Ownership can be deliberately opaque. A single transaction may pass through multiple entities, making the real beneficiary hard to see in the hidden ledger. That opacity complicates accountability. Consumers blame the machine, but the profit often comes from a web of sponsors, processors, and network agreements. Disclosure exists, but disclosure is not understanding. The fee may be visible, yet the system is designed so most users only notice after paying. This is a structural flaw, not an accident. A service meant to simplify cash access instead relies on complexity to protect margins. Even cash handling is part of the game. Refill logistics add cost, but high transaction pricing can more than offset the expense. That is why operators fight to keep fees high. Once a site becomes busy, the machine pays back its cost and starts printing profit. Competition is weaker than it appears. When every nearby machine charges the same range, consumers face a cartel-like market with little escape. Regulators often arrive late, underfunded, and outmatched. By the time complaints rise, the fee structure is already normalized across neighborhoods. Public outrage rarely changes the machine quickly. The industry benefits from inertia, because small repeated charges are hard to organize against. A single dollar fee looks small. But repeated withdrawals turn that dollar into a serious drain, especially for families living paycheck to paycheck. Merchants are trapped too. They may depend on the machine for traffic or rent, even when they know the fee burden falls on their customers. The system persists because every actor gets a cut. Banks, operators, and locations each collect something, while the user bears the full visible cost. Fixing it requires institutional redesign, clearer pricing, stronger oversight, and public access options that break the hidden tollbooth model at its core. Because cash access should not depend on hidden extraction, and a fair system should not punish necessity. Subscribe for more.